In this video, we shall discuss about the second order linear difference equations. So, the difference equation, if it is in the form a0 of x yx plus 2 plus a1 of x yx plus 1 plus a2 of x yx equal to b of x, we can observe here that the difference equation is having the argument, highest argument is x plus 2 and the lowest argument is x. So therefore the difference between highest and lowest arguments is 2. Therefore the difference equation is of second order. So therefore the difference equation of this kind, it is a second order difference equation, and the coefficients here either they can be constants or they can be the functions of x. If they are constants, instead of a1, a0 of x, a1 of x, a2 of x, if they are simply a0, a1, a2, if they are simple constant quantities, so the difference equation will be called as the difference equation with constant coefficients. On the other hand, if they are functions of x, then the difference equation will be called as a difference equation with variable coefficients. In our discussion now, we will be considering only the difference equation with constant coefficients. So here on the right hand side, b of x is there. If the value on the right hand side b of x is not equal to 0, that is if b of x is either a constant or it is a function of x, any given function of x, then the difference equation is called the non-homogeneous difference equation. That is non-homogeneous second order linear difference equation. On the other hand, if the right hand side, if it is 0, that is the value on the right hand side, if it is simply 0, then the difference equation looks like this, and this is called the homogeneous difference equation, and we will be now considering the particularly homogeneous difference equations of second order which are with constant coefficients and linear. So now at this moment I should tell you here that these arguments, they can either be denoted as yx plus 2, yx plus 1, yx, or they can also be denoted as yk plus 2, yk plus 1, yk. So instead of yx plus 1, yx plus 2, we can have yk plus 1, yk plus 2. There is no difference, there is no problem. Both equations will be meaning same thing. So that is the difference equation will be a0, which is a constant because we are not considering the variable coefficients, we will be considering only the constant coefficients. So it is a0 into yk plus 2 plus a1 into yk plus 1 plus a2 into yk, and RHS it is 0. So this difference equation we will be considering for our analysis, and I will tell you the method of solving the given difference equation which is in this format. So what is the first step? Before going to tell you what is the first step, I want to tell you here that this difference equation, if it is written in terms of the shift operator, it looks like a0 into e square, because in the previous video I have told you this yk plus 2 can be written as e square of yk or even yx, whatever it may be, we can take. Let us take yk plus 2, yk plus 1, yk. So it is e square yk plus a1 as it is yk plus 1 is e of yk, that is this, the last term is a2 into yk, that is equal to 0. So here e square yk means yk plus 2, e of yk means yk plus 1, and this is as it is. So after having this thing, I can write this as a0 e square. By taking yk outside, I can have a1 into e plus a2 within the bracket, and here yk outside, and on RHS it is 0. So the difference equation looks like this. So after having this form of the difference equation, the step number 1 involved in the method of solution is to write the auxiliary equation. Write the auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation can be simply written by looking at this bracket. Wherever E is there, we have to replace it by R. Everything will be as it is. So it is A naught R square plus A1 R to the power 1 plus A2 equals to 0. So now this is the auxiliary equation or the characteristic equation related to the given difference equation, which is of second order and linear type with constant coefficients and homogeneous. Now this equation, in fact, it is an algebraic equation, particularly a quadratic equation, that is a second degree equation. We have to solve it in the second step. So if we solve the auxiliary equation or the characteristic equation, we will get the roots. How many roots will be there? There will be 2 roots, R1 and R2, because the difference equation is of order 2. The corresponding auxiliary equation is a quadratic equation, that is of degree 2. Therefore, there will be 2 roots, auxiliary roots of the auxiliary equation. Now, there can be the different nature of these 2 roots. That is, either the roots can be real and distinct. That is, roots can be real and different. The first case, that is R1 and R2 will be real and they will be different from each other. The second case is real but identical. That is, both values are same. That is, R2 is equal to R1, only one R1 repeated 2 times. The third case is complex roots. So these are 3 different cases we are having. In the first case, if the roots are R1 and R2, R equal to R1 and R2, they are different. In that case, by looking at the nature, directly we can write the general solution. This is the most important technique. We are writing the general solution directly. So how? Yk, which is the unknown. What is the unknown of the difference equation? It is yk. Yk. So yk is equal to the arbitrary constant c1 into the first root r1 to the power k plus c2 into r2 to the power k. This is the required general solution of the given difference equation in the first case. That is, if the roots are real and distinct. If the roots are real and identical, that is, if R2 is equal to R1, that is, if only one root repeated 2 times, then how to write yk? Yk, that is the general solution, is equal to, no need of taking R1 and R2 because R2 is same as R1. R1 can be written outside the bracket. So here R1 to the power k I can write. Inside the bracket here C1 plus here C2. I cannot write like this. Because if I write like this, what happens? C1 plus C2 is going to be another constant, C3. So the solution will be having only one arbitrary constant. But the principle tells us that if the difference equation is of order 2, there should be 2 arbitrary constants in the general solution. So therefore, here I have to multiply, the argument k. If the argument is x, I could have written here x, but I am having here everywhere k, therefore I should multiply with k. So it is c1 plus k to c2 into r1 to the power k. So this is how we have to write the general solution in the second case. This is very important thing, you should remember it. And the third one is when the auxiliary equation is having the complex roots. At this moment, we should recall one important thing, that if any algebraic equation possesses the complex roots, that is the imaginary roots, the roots will be in the pair of complex conjugates. That is, the complex roots cannot exist in single. There cannot be a single complex root. Whenever the complex root arises, exists, it will be in pair of complex conjugates. So there will be 2 complex conjugate roots. In this case also, R will be in the form of alpha plus I beta one root, alpha minus I beta another root. So if the auxiliary equation is having the pair of complex roots, in that case, how to write the general solution? That is yk is equal to r to the power k. I will tell you what is meant by this r. R to the power k into the bracket c1 into cos of k into theta plus c2 into sine of k into theta. I will tell you what is theta at the same time. So this is how we have to write the required general solution if the roots are complex pair of conjugates. Now what is R? So R is alpha squared plus beta squared under root, and theta is the amplitude, that is tan of theta is tan inverse of beta by alpha. So this is how we can write the general solution of the difference equation directly by looking at the nature of the auxiliary equations. We shall consider the examples on the difference equations in the next video. So at this moment I should recall one important thing here, that we are having the analogy between the difference equations and the differential equations. We have studied the differential equations in the 4th semester or even in 3rd semester. So the linear differential equations with constant coefficients and homogeneous, we are having the almost same type of method of solution. So we are observing the analogy between the difference equations and the differential equations. So please keep this thing in mind, and in the next video we shall proceed to have some numerical examples. So thank you very much.